Hey guys, it's Missy and welcome back to Books and a Baby. So today I'm going to be doing my April/Owls TBR. So let's get started. So the Owls Readathon is a readathon created by G over at Book Roast, and I will leave her video down in the description below so that you guys can get all of the information. But basically this is a readathon for us to be able to sit our owls like the students of Hogwarts do in Harry Potter. So I'm really excited to be partaking this go around. So I'm going to show you guys the books that I will be reading for the different challenges. So I don't exactly know what I want to be, and G has like a whole careers guidebook linked with all of the other information, which I think is really cool. So I've gone and picked one book for each of these different challenges because that is the only like real rule, is you can't double up books. So I'm just going to go through all of the ones that I plan to be reading this month. For my Ancient Runes Owls, I'm going to be the prompt is a heart rune, which is a heart on the cover or in its title. And for this, I'm going to be reading The Crier's War by Nina Farella, I think is how you pronounce that. And there is a heart right there on the cover. I'm actually really excited about this one. Like the little tagline on the front says, one mortal, one made, one loved, one betrayed. So I'm actually really excited about that one. So we shall see. Then we have Arithmancy, and for this it's a magical qualities of the number 2, which is balance/opposite, and that is to read something outside of your favorite genre. And for me, fiction is like my favorite thing to read, so I read all kinds of different genres. So I decided to read a nonfiction, and for this I'm going to be reading Becoming by Michelle Obama. I'm really excited to read this one. So that is for my Arithmancy owl. Then we have Astronomy, and this is night classes. Read a majority of this book when it's dark outside. So for this, I am going to be reading, A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. This is the second book in the Wayfarer series. I think that's the name of the series. Anyways, I read the first one last year and loved it. So I'm really excited to keep going in this series, and I'll be reading this one before bed in the evenings. Then we have Care of Magical Creatures, and it's a hippogriff, so a creature with a beak on the cover. And for this, I chose to continue another series, and that would be God's Grave by J. Kristoff. This one has a raven with a beak on the cover. So that's how that one fits. Then we have Charms, which is Lumos Maxima, and this is to read a book with a white cover. And for this, I'm going to be reading It by Stephen King. This is honestly one of the only books on my bookshelf that I have that has a white cover. So I'm hoping to read this behemoth in April. April. Then we have Defense Against the Dark Arts, and this is The Grindelows, a book set at sea or by the coast. And for this, I'm going to be reading Surprise Island by Gertrude Chandler Warner, which is the second Boxcar Children book, and I am currently reading these with my niece. So if I don't, like if we finish this one before April, then I'm going to read My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. But as of right now, Surprise Island is the book that I choose for this prompt. Then we have Divinations, which is the third eye. Assign numbers to your TBR and use a random number generator to pick your read. And for this, I just randomized my Goodreads TBR, and it picked the number 281, which was actually like the fourth book in this series. So I decided to read the next one that I needed to read for this, and it's actually going to be Farmer Boy by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I started rereading this series earlier this year, and I just figured it would be fun to reread. This is also one that I could possibly read with my niece, so there's that. Then we have Herbology, which is Membulus Membletonia, which is a title that starts with an M. And so for this, I'm going to be reading The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton. This is a book that I've had on my Kindle for ages, and I really want to get to it. So I'm hoping to read The Miniaturist this month. Then we have History of Magic, which is a book, well, it says Witch Hunts, so a book featuring witches/wizards, and for this, I decided to read Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahernan. I know that this one is really popular as of late, so I'm excited to be reading this one. Then we have Muggle Studies, which is to read a book from a perspective of a Muggle / a contemporary. So for this, I decided to read The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I'm really excited about this one. I've heard a lot of people who have raved about this book, and I read The Nightingale and really, really loved it. So I'm excited about this one. Then we have Potions, which is a shrinking solution. And for this, you're to read a book under 150 pages. And for this, I'm going to be reading The Test by Sylvain Nouvel. I read the series. It starts with like Sleeping Giants. Is that it? Anyways, the series about the robot things, and I really enjoyed it. So I decided that I would give The Test a try for a short book. And then finally, we have Transfiguration, which is the Animagus lecture, which is to read a book/series that includes shapeshifting. And for this, I'm going to start a new series, and that's going to be A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Bridget Kimmerer. Beauty and the Beast retelling. Beast is obviously a beast, so I figure this has shape-shifting in it of some sort, so that's what I'm using. And that is all 12 of the books that I'm hoping to read in the month of April. So if you've read any of these, please let me know what you thought of them down below. If you're going to be participating in the Owls Read Along with me, please let me know. If you want to read any of these books together for the Owls Readathon, send me a message in the comments and I will get back to you. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, like, subscribe. I post videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.